Hey everybody, my name is Mina, and on my channel I talk about things related to growth and personal development. So if those are topics of interest to you, please consider joining and subscribing to this small but growing community. So today I'm going to talk about procrastination, and one of the first videos I ever made was about procrastination, but today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to incorporate some Bible verses that talk about procrastination and why we shouldn't do it. Now, if you are not religious, that is okay. These verses can be used for anyone. You don't have to be religious to get good information from this video and from these verses. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start the video. So, procrastination, man. We live in a world today where things just come so instantly. You can Google something, it instantly pops up on your phone. We microwave food, we have fast food restaurants, we have the option to pay to skip ads so we can hurry up and watch our show. Everybody just wants things instantly. And when it comes to our goals, that's one thing that we cannot have instantly most of the times. A lot of times to reach a goal, it takes persistence and hard work to get it done. And the process of reaching a goal a lot of times seems daunting to people. And then that's where procrastination comes into play, because it's so daunting to even start the process because you're thinking about how long it's going to take, that people end up putting it off because they don't want to do it. Everybody just wants to do something once and expect this overnight miracle, but that's just not how it works. It takes time and effort to achieve your goals. Whenever procrastination is discussed in the Bible, the person is referred to as a sluggard. And that word is funny, but a sluggard is just someone that is a slow, sleepy, lazy, moving person. The first verse I'm going to read is from Proverbs 13:4, and it says, "A sluggard's appetite is never filled, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied." To me, what this verse is saying is the desires of someone that slacks off will never be accomplished. And everybody has desires. Everybody has things that they want for their lives. If you ask somebody, what do you wish you had? They can name all these things. Or what do you wish your life looked like? They can list all these things. People sit, dream, wish, and hope. But there's only a small percentage of people who will actually work and put action into what it is that they want. There will always be an excuse. You know, every day something will come up. You say, oh, I'm feeling tired, I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, oh, I need to do laundry, I need to do this, I'll put it off till tomorrow. And all those tomorrows stack up, and next thing you know, it'll be months, it'll be years, and you will never have started on the thing. The best time to start something was yesterday, but the next best time is now. On the other hand, those that make consistent effort towards their goals end up achieving them. So again, going back to that verse, the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied. And we see this in life with so many people who are now famous or billionaires or are just very good at their craft because of all the work they put in. But a lot of times you don't know about all that work unless you research it. You just see the final product. I'll give you guys a couple examples. The first one is this guy named Sir James Dyson. Sorry if I said his name wrong. But he invented the bagless vacuum. Now before it became a thing, he had over 5,000 different prototypes that had failed before he finally got the correct one. It took him over 15 years to create this bagless vacuum that is now a product that's sold today. He is now a billionaire. But just imagine if he gave up, we would not have this product and he would not be who he is. We would not have this bagless vacuum. Now, you and I and many others might not be doing something as profound as making an invention or trying to create a bagless vacuum, but the point is you can apply the same rule to anything. Persistence will always lead to results in the right direction. Another example that I mentioned in a previous video is the man that made WD-40. The whole thing stands for water displacement 40th attempt. That means this man did not get the formula for his product right until his 40th attempt. He could have gave up on the 5th try, the 10th try, the 20th try, but he kept going until he got a successful product. And that's how we have to think of ourselves. We have to think of ourselves as a product. We keep working towards what it is that we want until we get the desired results. Failure and rejection is normal on your journey. Walt Disney was told that he lacked creativity and imagination, and look at all that he's accomplished now, even after death. I say that to say, if you're discouraged, if you have people in your life that don't believe in you, it doesn't matter. As long as you believe in yourself, you never know what it is that you can accomplish. Also, I want to go back to the word sluggard, because if you are feeling lazy and tired constantly, that's not necessarily normal, and I would suggest trying to figure out what it is that you need to make you feel energetic, happy, and whole. A lot of people don't realize that living a sedentary lifestyle where you just come home and sit down, or you're just sitting down all the time, maybe you have a job where you sit at a desk, that can actually contribute to more fatigue. When you're not physically active, your body's ability to take in oxygen decreases, and this can lead to a drop in your overall energy level. So a lot of times we think by laying down we're able to get more rested and feel better, but this can also be an endless cycle of fatigue. Like, the more you are sedentary, the more you feel tired, and you just keep doing it and repeating it. Also, that might not be the case. Sometimes there's an underlying issue. Maybe you're deficient in a vitamin. I know for me, a lot of times when I feel fatigue, it's because I need some B12. Or for a lot of women, we might need some iron or something of that nature. So try to get to the root of why you're feeling fatigue and work on that so you can have energy to do the things that you actually want to do. The next verse is from Proverbs 24. It says, "Sluggards do not plow in season, so at harvest time they look but find nothing." A motivational speaker that I listen to a lot named Jim Rohn, who has passed, but he has a lot of great stuff out on the internet. He says, you cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself. And he goes on to explain that you can make the most of each season. A lot of us have favorite seasons. Most people enjoy the spring and summer and dread the winter and the fall, the colder seasons. But we can use those seasons to our advantage so that we are fruitful in the spring and summer. So this Bible verse, going back to sluggards do not plow in season, so at harvest they look but find nothing. When you're looking for a harvest, you don't start plowing the soil the month you're expecting the harvest. You want to start in advance. Plowing your garden breaks up hardened soil. This allows oxygen and nutrients to reach plant roots for optimal growth. Typically, the best time to plow is during the late winter or early spring so that you can have your harvest in the summer. So what this verse is saying is you have to work on things in advance to reap the benefits later. So if you want to look good for the summer, if your goal is to lose weight for the summer or whatever it may be, you have to start your goals earlier on. You're not going to just start working out in the summer to look good in the summer. Now you want to start good habits in the winter, in the spring, and by the time you get to summer, you should hopefully be closer to where it is that you want to be. In simpler terms, that's just saying what you work on earlier will show up later in your life. The last verse I'm going to read is Ephesians 5:15 through 17, and it says, "Be very careful in how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Therefore do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is." I think this verse is just saying that we need to be stewards over our time. We need to make sure that we're making the most of our time and using it in a way that will benefit us mentally, physically, and spiritually. There are so many distractions in this world, whether that be gossip, celebrity drama, playing video games, scrolling on the phone, whatever it is. All these things are just distractions, and they typically don't contribute to us as a person and our overall growth. They do nothing for us mentally, physically, or spiritually. How much more beneficial would it be to replace some of those things that are unhealthy and non-beneficial to us with something that is beneficial, such as spending time with God, exercising, cooking, cleaning up your home, whatever it is that you may be putting off. Many of us know what it is that we need to do. We just have a hard time actually doing it. Information not applied is useless. Taking in information is easy. Actually implementing what you have now learned, that's the hard part. It's easy to listen to something and feel motivated and hyped up and excited, but actually putting it into practice, that takes time. It takes deliberate effort. You have to start little by little. You can't just do, well, some people can, but oftentimes you can't just do a complete 360 and change your life overnight. You have to start making incremental steps. Start with changing 1 meal a day. Start with doing 5 minutes of exercise. Start by reading 1 page a day, 1 page a week, whatever it is. Just slowly build what it is that you're trying to work on until you reach your goals, or until it feels comfortable for you. 4 things that I would recommend doing. 1 is eliminate distractions. And there's so many videos on this. There's so many things you can do to make your phone less appealing by putting it on grayscale, deleting apps off the phone, only going on social media on your laptop. It just makes it 1 step harder for you to get on it. The second thing you can do is make a list of what you hope to accomplish and by when. This will give you an overall idea of what it is that you want your life to look like, and you can have a vision of that. And it's good to visualize what it is that you want. I definitely believe that when you visualize things, it helps you to strive towards it. Once you've made that list, a 3rd thing you can do is list small changes that you will make to make sure those accomplishments happen. So start little by little. Let's say one of your things was, within a year, I want to be an avid reader. So maybe right now you're not reading at all. So your goal might be just to read 2 pages a week or a page a day, whatever is doable for you. You know where you're at and what's best for you. And before you know it, you'll keep doing this, and over time, you'll hopefully finish a book. And also, when you start off small, a lot of times your tolerance and stamina builds. So 1 page might not do it anymore. Now you can move up to 5. Next thing you know, like, oh, I can do more than 5. And your tolerance will build, and next thing you know, you'll be an avid reader. Once you list the small changes that you want to make to accomplish these bigger goals, start chopping away at the list. You'll be surprised at the progress that you'll make over time. So that's all I have today on procrastination. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. The biggest takeaways that you should have got from the video are 1, just to be diligent. 2, make the most of the seasons in life. All seasons have their time and place, and there's things we can be doing in each season that could benefit us in later seasons. And finally, just being a steward over our time, making the most of the time we have, and do things that are useful and will contribute to our overall growth as a person. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you guys all the best on reaching your goals. Until next time.